You know what? You brought up a very, very, very good point. So in Philadelphia, we're working on a project called Bus Revolution. It is a very, I'm trying to think of the word to describe it. It's a topic that it really rubs people different ways. And the the transit group that did the consultants that went out to the neighborhoods and did talk to people, like you said, they didn't have enough time. There's a project timeline. They want to get this, this program started to help revolutionize public transit in Philly. But unfortunately, folks that live in a downtown area or an gentrified area, they have a different lifestyle, a different work schedule compared to somebody that lives in an inner city neighborhood. And it's very, very important that folks understand the nuances behind that. If I have a job that I can work from home or I got flex time, if I got a job that allows me to work 9 to 5 for a long lunch or whatever, I can make it to a transit meeting. I got time after work to go to, uh, a hearing or something and educate myself on transit issues and talk about those things because my job allows me to do that. But if I'm working a blue collar job or I'm working something that's not accessible, as like a bus driver, like a police officer, even maybe a school teacher in certain cases, a factory worker. If I work in the restaurant industry, I'm just thinking of all these other things.
Or if you work two jobs.
I'm about to get to that one too. I can't make those meetings. And God forbid you're a single parent or you're low income, you're working 2 and 3 jobs. You don't have time to go to meetings. When we have these transit meetings, and these transit hearings, you see, again, more organized, more wealthier, more often than not, whiter groups talking about all these issues. Like, oh, this is the voice of public transit. Listen to him. Okay, so where's my buddy that's on the overnight shuttle bus or the overnight transit? Going to work, getting to work at 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning, and working 12, 13 hours a day. Or, I got one buddy, I was talking about Tasty Cake, these awesome crimpets. My buddy, I have a really good friend of mine, and I'm not gonna mention him because we can't go into that. He works, he picks up extra shifts at his job. He'll go in, 6 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock. He might get up at 9 or 10 at night. So when he gets home, he's going to bed. Do what we got to do, get up and get to work the next day because he got to make that money for whatever the goals he needs to accomplish. His voice ain't being heard because he's on public transit. He's on the overnight shuttle bus and the late night 33, the last subway, the streetcar or wherever. His voice isn't getting heard because he's working. But public transit is important, it's essential to him, but nobody hears what he has to say. And then, like, when you have these meetings, the consultants can't get to him because of where he's working at. And then, the transit agencies aren't doing enough active outreach to reach some people. And then you have these issues when you want to have a bus revolution or change something to make it better. It's like, well, this is what the public wants. No, this is what the public that you heard from wants. Right. That's not enough. That's not a high enough percentage. That's not whatever. That's not enough people. And then you have the counter arguments. There was stuff online. There was, I don't have time to go online. I might have a time to check the app, my bus schedule. I got stuff to do. You have to meet me. If you're changing something to make it better for me or my community, you need to meet me and my community to have these conversations. Philadelphia is known as the city of neighborhoods. We have over 100 neighborhoods and have 137 square miles. So, personally, if I was planning anything in regards to transit, guess what? I'm hitting 95% of those over 100 neighborhoods in 137 square miles. And if that means I got to go out and do outreach for 2 years to get to people and give them my phone number, give them my Twitter, give them a website, have them drop stuff off at the bus stop, the bus loop, give it to the bus stop, to turn it to the district at that time. If I got to spend the money to do like the return envelopes, whatever, back in the day, I'm going to do it because that's what I'm going to do to get out to these people so they can understand, hey, public transit is here for you. It will make this the best for you. But in order for us to make this the best for you, we got to hear from you.
Absolutely.
I'll take those extra steps to make sure we can hear from these people. Too many people's voices aren't being heard.